Good morning, students. I hope you are all doing well. Today, we are going to see Chapter 4, Programming in Java, last two topics, and Introduction to Applications, Chapter 5. Okay, are you all ready? Yes. So, in this session, we are going to cover Programming in Java Part 4, Session 15, and an introduction to applications part 1. Let us recall the topics whatever we discussed in last class. First, relational operators, comparison between two operands. Second, logical operators, the comparison between two operands, and also it results true or false with multiple conditions. Assignment operator, you will assign the value from right side to left side operands. Statements in Java, you have seen first simple if statement, which is checks the condition and prints the statement whatever within the if block. Let us see a small recap of those topics now. First, we saw arithmetic operator. Last class we covered arithmetic operator, which is addition, a plus b. I'm assigning the value 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. A minus b. Again, it gives me minus 1. A into b. It gives me 2. I'm assigning a slash b, which is division operator. We have to call this division operator. Okay. 2 divided by 1. It gives me 2. And the last operator, modulus operator. What does this modulus means? It gives me the remainder. Okay. It's a remainder of the value a and b. So once you divide the value, you will get either 0 or 1. This value we call it as modulus operator. Next, we saw relational operator. Relational operator, it is going to come. It compares me the two values a less than b, 5 less than 3 is equal to false. A less than b, a greater than b, a less than or equal to b, a greater than or equal. It results me either false or true. Okay. So this is relational operators. And next one, assignment operator. It just assigns the value from right side to left side. For example, x plus is equal to y. It means 1 plus equals to 2. Now I am going to assign the value for x. Before that, you should know how it will be written. For example, x plus equal to 3 can also be written as x equal to x plus 3. Once if it is written as x equal to x plus 3, I have to substitute the value for x. Now I am assigning the value x equal to 1. Therefore, x equal to 1 plus 3 gives me 4. This is all about your assignment operator. Now we are going to see the contents which we are going to discuss in this session. So the first session, if statement, we saw it in last class. Now if else statement, if else ladder, Google Maps, application stores, Play Store, Windows Store, and also you are going to see some applications which is very helpful to you, whether to send messages, to book tickets, to book your travel tickets, everything you are going to see further in this session. Okay. So first we will see if else statement. So in this if else statement, you must know a normal meaning for if and else. What will be the meaning for if? If means that you are applying some condition. If the condition is valid, then you will proceed. If the condition is not valid, you will go for else statement, right? The same way in computer, you will check the condition is true. If it is true, then you will proceed. If it is not true, you will print else block. Okay. For example, if condition, if it is true, then this set of blocks will be printed for you. This statements which is given inside the if block will be printed. If it is false, then obviously it goes to else block. Else, the statements within that block will be printed for you. This is if else statement. And the next one, if else example. So I'm going to buy a candy. Before buying a candy, I would like to purchase a chocolate. So the chocolate cost I have only 10 rupees, right? If I get at least 10 rupees, I will buy chocolate. Else, I will buy candy. I have an option. If I have 10 rupees, I can purchase the chocolate. If I don't have 10 rupees, if I have less than that, I will go for another option. But that is also a candy, right? So that is how you will decide whether this or that. Okay, that is called if else statement. And now if else statement, a small program. So look into this program. If else, we will see later in BlueJ environment also. Before that, you have to see what is happening here. Look into this particular area. So in this particular block, we have given some condition. So the rest of the things is default. Okay, this statement and this statement is default. You will just concentrate only this particular portion. Okay. So look into this. You have to apply some condition. If the condition is true, print one statement. If the condition is false, print another statement. That is your idea. So now if number is equal to 120, that is your given statement. If number is 120, then you have to check whether it is greater than 50 or not. Here your condition goes. So the number is less than 50 or not. If it is less than 50, print the first statement. If it is not less than 50, print the other statement. Okay. So this is how your program executes for if else statement. Now the output will be for you. The number is greater than 50. It is the else block will be printed for you. And the next one is if else ladder. So what is ladder? Have you all seen ladder? You will just levels, right? So likewise here you will just build up some more blocks. If block, else if block, then else block. You will check multiple conditions, then you will print the statement here. So in these conditions, you will just execute it from top to bottom. First you will check if condition. If that is true, you have to check one more condition. Otherwise, it goes to condition 2. If that condition 2 is true, then you will print that second block. Or else, if both the conditions are not true, obviously the last block will be printed by default. Okay, that is called if else if ladder. We'll see through example now. So I have just given one small example for you. Now I'm going to check a number whether it is positive or negative or 0. As I said, this 2 lines will be default. You are going to concentrate only this portion. Okay. So here I have given here minus 13. So this minus 13 will be either positive or negative or 0. So what should I do first? I have to put one condition here, right? To check whether it is positive or negative. So I am applying here number is greater than 0. 0 will be a neutral number. So I am taking 0 and applying the condition with the value 0. So system.out.println will give me if it is greater than 0 as positive. If it is not positive, look into this condition. It will check one more condition. Else, if the number is less than 0, print me negative. Okay. No. The number is, even if the second statement is not true, then it comes at last to else block. Okay, and then the number will be 0. Now minus 13, either it is positive or negative. It is negative, right? So it is going to enter into the second block, and the second block will be printed for me. Minus 13 is negative value. So we'll check the output. What will be the output here? Look into this. This negative is my output. Okay. This is how your program executes. Okay. So now before going into this introduction to applications next chapter, let me show you a small demo for the if-else ladder through Java program. Okay. So are you all ready? Before that, what you have to do? You have to go to BlueJ IDE. I told you how to install and how to work also. Once you enter this BlueJ IDE, you will have the new project screen. If you already worked into many programs, you will get this type of screen. Okay. Now I'm going to just execute if else statement in one of the program. So look into this. These are all default for you. You will just work into only this particular area. I have just given here already one program, if else ladder. This is called if else ladder. Okay. I'm going to change this if else ladder into if else statement. So look here, a equal to 10, a is greater than 0, and this I'm going to change this particular statement. Okay. So we have to work, right? So I'm just giving one more. A is equal to 110. I'm checking this condition whether it is greater than 50 or less than 50 or not. A is less than 50. Then print this is small. If A is greater than 50, print the value is big. Okay. So this is how my program will be executed. Now I'm going to compile my program. We'll see whether we have got some errors or not. No errors. Okay. So if there is no errors, what you have to do? You have to run the program. Next is run the program. Right click on that program. Void main. You will just see, yes, the value is big. So we have given the value as 110 here. Look into this. 110 is greater than 50. So we got this output as big. Now you all understood, right? How to execute the program, how to compile the program, and how to run the program. This is all about your programming in Java. The chapter ends here. If you have any doubt related to this chapter, you can contact me, okay, or put it in GCR. Now we are going to enter into a new chapter, and introduction to apps. Okay, have you all played or have you all used your parents' mobile phone? So what will you do? That you will listen to music, you will just click on to pictures. So through what you will do these things? You are using some application to function these operations, right? So those applications we call it as apps. Camera is an app to click on the pictures. Music, you listen to music apps. For example, Savan, Ghana, these apps are used to listen music, right? So now we are going to see these applications and how to create these applications for the chapter. Are you ready, children? Yes. So I'll show you one small video. Just look into this video. What's happening here? How these two persons are reaching some other country before they doesn't know the location, and there is no anybody surrounded to that two person also. They can't ask anyone, but somehow they are reaching to that destination. How it is possible? So look into this video. We'll see how they are going into that particular country. Right. They're just moving on. They started their journey. Further, it's a dry area. Nobody is living in that particular area. They thought they are going in a wrong path, but somehow through some location Can you see your right side corner? What is that? It is a map. They are following some instructions in their car. They are following the map without anybody's help. They are moving through Google Map. So they are moving forward and forward. Finally, at last, after 70 days, using the map, they reach their location. Right? This is called Google Maps, Google Street View. So this is how the street looks in your map. Okay. This is possible only through applications. And those applications, we can have it in your device anytime, anywhere. When you want, you can install it. Right. So these type of applications can be installed in three ways. Three operating systems. One is Android, Apple, or you can say it as Apple App Store, and next one is iPhone. Okay, so what else you will use? Windows operating system, Apple, and Android. So these three operating system is going to help you to install these applications for your convenience according to your preference. First one we are going to see Play Store. So in this Play Store, what is the thing you will do first? If you want to work in a Google Play Store app, if you want to download any app in the Play Store, first you have to open Google Play Store app. Okay, either in mobile or in system. You can just open the Play Store app and select an item which you want to install and tap install for the items. And if it is for free, you can download for free. If it is paid one, you can just pay the price and you can avail it. Follow the on-screen instructions when you are completing the process. Okay. So I am going to show you how to do it in system now. Even this is possible in your mobile phones. It is very easy in mobile phones. I'll show you in system. So go to Google Play Store. Once you type Play Store, you will have one icon, Google Play Store.com. So you have to just click on to that Google Play. Once you click on to the Google Play, you will have this screen. In the screen search bar, you type anything you want. I'm going to type maps. Once maps is typed, and it will show you list of options. Which option you need according to the rating, you can select and you can download it. So once you click on to that particular selection, it will ask you whether you want to install it in mobile phone, because this is mobile apps. So if you just click on to install, it will show you the options which mobile phone you use, that it will show you if it is connected. Because you're going through mail ID, right? Through mail ID, it will ask you. So once you select this option, what happens? If you want to install, you can install. It will be installed in your mobile. Latest Windows 10 if you have, you can do it in your system also. This is how the Play Store works. Okay. Now next one will be App Store or Apple Store. Okay. So in this also the same procedure. In your phone or system, if you want to download, you select an item, tap install, follow the on-screen instructions and proceed the instructions. Okay. I'll show you the demo how to do it in this. Okay. So now here I'm going to just type App Store. After that, App Store, click onto that apple.com. If you click onto that apple.com, you will have that particular website. In that website, you will have multiple options. Whatever you want, you can select. Either you want to purchase, you want to just book, you want to add it to cart, anything you can do it in this store. You will have three options totally here. In this three options, first you will see game app, today's app. Once again, I'll show you. Click onto the App Store. Once you go to the App Store, you will have this screen. Look into this. Totally, you will have three options. First option is Today Games Apps. Okay. In today's app, you will see daily updates. Look into this. In today's app, you will have daily updates. Okay, and in that daily updates, your story, article, and if you see like a game and app of the day, every updates will be keep on updating there. So after that, you can see according to the ratings of that particular application, and you can install it in your device. Okay, this is how the Apple Store works. Okay, now you all know how to just enter into Apple Store and work onto that. If you want anything, you can just click onto the search bar and you can type whatever the content you want directly. Okay, this is how the Apple Store works. And next one, the last one, Windows Store. Windows Store, you all know Windows, right? It is from Microsoft company. So this Microsoft company just created this Windows Store. Like you can just have anything you want like Play Store in this Windows Store also. The same way you will install it in your system or in your mobile phone. For that you have to follow the instructions, and now I'm going to show you how to just do it in this particular system. Okay, Windows Store, type Windows, and what happens in Windows, you will have Microsoft.com like apple.com. In that Microsoft.com, can you see the options, multiple options here? One minute. Here, Windows Microsoft.com, click onto that. Once you click onto this particular, you will see the options: Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Office, any applications you want to work in your mobile phone, you can just work on essential apps, apps to start your day, and WhatsApp, Prime Video, Instagram, any applications you want, you can just do it. There are free apps, rated apps, and paid apps. So which you want, you can just install, like Learn English Words, dictionary apps, anything, educational apps, anything you want, you can do it. So for example, let me show you through WhatsApp. I'm just selecting the WhatsApp app. So once I click onto that particular WhatsApp, I want to install it in my desktop. So WhatsApp desktop app is available, and it is possible or not, it will say, for example, Windows 8 or Windows 10. So according to that, you will just have this Microsoft login. So you must have Microsoft login if you want to just install any application. So if you have already an account, you can just enter the details. If you don't have, you just create one application, so that it is also like Google Drive. It will have one separate drive for this information. Okay, so for Apple, you have to go for apple.com. For Windows, Microsoft.com, and for Android, Play Store, Google Play. Okay, so this is how these three application stores will work according to the operating system. Okay, children. So now you all know the three types of application stores and how to install an application from these three application stores. Now we are going to see some useful applications which is very essential for us in day-to-day life. Okay, for that we'll see the first one, messaging applications. Now everyone stopped writing letters to the other person. In olden days, if you see, they used to write letters. Okay, so from one location to another location, if they want to pass some information, they will do it through letters. But now how we are doing it, just we are taking our mobile device and we are sending a message, right? So those messages, who's sending from your mobile to another mobile, externally you are sending, but internally who's doing this process? Some application is doing the process. It is helping you to transfer the message from one place to another place, right? So we are going to see now messaging applications. Okay, so from one location to another location, we are sending the information through messengers. So these message applications are available, multiple applications are available. In that you can choose any one or two message applications and you can send the message. So what type of messages you use it in your mobile phone? Just think of it. WhatsApp, it is a messenger. Nowadays, you use WhatsApp to send messages, not only messages, receiving pictures, you can send documents, you can send video files, audio files, anything you can send, right? So, WhatsApp is also a messenger where you can send all type of categories. Likewise, we have multiple messengers, Line, Talk. Nowadays, so many applications are now, right? So this is called messaging applications. Now you know what is messaging applications, right? It is very useful. Yes. And now next we are going to see online shopping apps. Okay. I'm asking you to purchase immediately the computer textbook. Now, I'm asking you to purchase by tomorrow itself. Okay. So what will you do? You will just ask your parents to buy the textbook, or you will go personally to buy the textbook in nearby shops, right? What if it is not available? You will ask that salesperson to just get the book for me available by tomorrow itself. You will order the book and you will come to your home. Okay. And the person is telling you it is available only by next week. So you will just come home and you will tell your parents and you will wait for 1 week, right? But nowadays, anything you want, you can just take your mobile phone and install that particular online shopping applications, and you can just book directly whatever you want the products. And it will be delivered to you, home delivery itself in your location. How is it possible? So it is possible through mobile applications. Not only mobile applications, you can access this in your system also. So these online shopping apps is helpful for you to just select your products and just order them. It will be delivered to you on time. Which time you want to receive, that particular time it will be delivered. That is the convenience of online shopping applications. These are the few online shopping applications that you have and you can avail it. Few, they will say this is this offer we are providing you and that offer we are providing you. Using that applications, you can just avail the offers also. Okay, this is called online shopping applications. And next one, we are going to see some useful apps like transportation apps. I want to just go to school, but the school bus hasn't come yet. Oh my God, what to do? So I'm just waiting and thinking of the school bus, but still it hasn't arrived. So I'm just asking my parents, what is the another option? My parents are also busy with their schedule. So they simply took their mobile and just booked a cab and sent me to the school. How is it possible? Transportation app. Okay. So through transportation apps, it is very possible to book an auto or bus. So immediately, or auto, or you can just book a cab. So immediately it will be reached to your door location, and you can just get onto that vehicle and reach your location. So this is very, very convenient for me to just book an transportation app by sitting in one location, so that it will show me the directions also. Through the directions, I will not be lost. So I will be very careful with the location also, right? So this is called transportation apps. And next one, we are going to see now knowledge apps. So is it available only for messaging and other applications? No, it is available for knowledge applications also. So what are the knowledge applications? What do you mean by knowledge? Some information you gain, right? So some like quizzes, through games also. Now we are conducting quizzes, right? So those are all knowledge applications. You can just install any knowledge applications nowadays for preschool or for baby class. There are so many rhymes through games they can learn while playing games. So like that, we call these type of applications as knowledge apps. And another one, educational apps. So educational apps is also available for you all. So whatever the application you want to learn, and you can just information related to your subject, that you can do it through these type of applications. Okay, Duolingo, Byju's, edX, Khan Academy, Udemy. So these are all the applications where you can avail it for your educational purposes. Okay, so these are all comes under knowledge applications. Now you all know what is knowledge applications. And next one is web browsing and email applications. Web browsing. What is web? Everyone use nowadays systems or mobile. But any information you want to retrieve or you want to just fill out a form, what it is asking you first? An email. You have to just give an email, right? So you must have an email address for anything you do that represents your identification. So that's why we have here different type of web browsers and email applications for you. So the most popular web browsers are Internet Explorer, Google Chrome and Firefox. So few may use Opera also and few may use Safari also, right? So this web browsers are very important for you all to be installed in your mobile phone or system. And now I'm going to show you email apps. So now you know web browsers. Now I'll show you email apps. If you want to send a message, not only through messengers, you can send it through mail also. So by default, you all have Gmail, right? Not only Gmail, you will have multiple email, Gmail, Hotmail, Rediff mail, Yahoo mail. So like this, we have multiple domains. So which domain is convenient for you? You can send your mail securely in that particular applications. Okay, children. So this is web browsing and email apps. Okay, you can send it through mobile phone or you can send it through system also. And the next one will be for you entertainment apps. Everyone will be eager to just know what is entertainment apps. Entertainment apps means you will just if you want to watch a movie immediately, what you will do? You're traveling, but you would like to watch a movie. If you are not traveling, you will go to the nearby theater or you will just watch a television itself. But you're traveling, you want to watch a movie. What you will do? So you want to not only watching a movie, you just want to listen to songs. What you will do? If you have mobile phone, you will just search it in Google and you will watch, right? But it is very long process. For that also now applications have been invented. So you can just install that particular applications in your mobile and you can just listen to music or you can play or you can just watch the movie whenever you want. In YouTube, you can watch the movies. In music channels, you can listen to music. And in games, you can just install the games and you can play. So you can kill your time in that way. So these are all for you entertainment apps. Okay. So now you know what is entertainment apps, right? To watch, to play and to listen. So these are all entertainment apps. And coming to the next category, which is the last topic of this session, is simple applications. Now, you all know what are all the messaging applications, web browser and email, all those things. What is simple applications? The simple application means which is default in all mobile phones. It will be there always in your mobile phone. In any type of operating system, these are all very default. What you will say? Weather, calendar, calculator. Okay. So these type of applications is very essential for us and also it is common in all type of operating systems. Okay. So this applications, how to use? Should I install these applications or it will be default? It will be there in your mobile phone. You need not install this type of applications. If you want also, you can install that. Okay. In basic mobile phones and now advanced technology, up to that you have this type of applications in your mobile phone. Okay, children. So now you all know what are the applications and what are the application stores and how to install an application through different type of operating system. You all are thorough, right? Okay. Now, I've just given one small quiz based on this topics. Just it is given in Nearport. Just click onto this link to attend this quiz. It will be very easy. Only 5 or 4 questions I have given. So attend this quiz and submit it to me through GCR or WhatsApp. Okay, children. So thank you. We'll meet you in next video. Thank you, children.